Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have a Brad Taste in Music, and I'm actually nervous as all hell to dive into this one, as there's a lot of expectations on this, and there's probably going to be a lot of attention I have to pay to this project. Of course, I'm talking about The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars by David Bowie. This is a huge release, 1972. A lot of people consider this to be his best work, and I haven't really dived a whole lot into David Bowie, so I don't really feel like I've understood a ton of what he's been doing. Besides a song here or there, I've heard Black Star, which I thought was amazing. It was the first vinyl I ever got. But yeah, we are going to be checking this out. Someone sent in Moonage Daydream, which I thought was actually really amazing. I like the lyrical content of it a lot, where I feel like it was really creative. I thought the ending, too, had an amazing tale to it, which kind of made the experience feel even more full. But I can't help but worry that I'm not going to enjoy this as much as I want to. I guess we have to find out by jumping in. Vagabond Retro says this album is just so impactful and nothing else sounds quite like it. I encourage you to listen to it on vinyl if you ever get the chance, because it's truly a layered, emotional, and tasty experience all around. No one but Bowie could do this. Well, with that being said, give it a shot. First song is one that I'm familiar with. It's 5 Years. I think it's one that I had on a playlist for the stream for a while. Song would be better if it was called 7 Years.
Had just come over. We had 5 years left crying. I heard telephones, opera house, favorite melodies. Oh, somebody, people. I never thought I'd need so many people. And I thought of more, and I wanted to get back there. Your face, your race, the way that you talk. I kiss you. I want you to walk. We got 5 years. What a surprise. We got 5 years. I got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years. That's all we got. We got 5 years. 5 years.
Here's the problem though with this song. It's aged horribly. Because the world would have ended already. I'm feeling a 0. So I'm not sure how it's going to transition into the next track, but I think 5 Years is a really interesting opener. It's probably unlikely that I'm going to sit here and just like say, most amazing album that's ever existed, truly beautiful, worth all the praise, because I'm genuinely just really curious about the overall experience of this project. This is a really weird way of starting off an album. I don't actually understand half the shit going on in the beginning, and I feel like the first half kind of has me like, alright, you know, it's kind of getting me set up, but that second half is brilliant, and it's perfect. It's so good. Like, it's so good that it just sort of puts everything into perspective, and it overpowers everything, and it becomes the song, in my opinion. It feels like sort of senseless and confused rambling and an understanding and finally honing in on the thing that is the most important here. Got 5 years. That's it. The panic mode sinks in, and it is just repeating on and on and on. And I think the sound of the song is great too, as it sounds very alive. It sounds like it's in a market square, but it also is building its own world. Yeah, everyone's reacting to different news. Yeah, there's like chaos ensuing, but it seems like everyone's kind of unifying at the end here, which is really interesting, as everyone kind of realizes, oh shit, so this is how it is, huh? It's a character album, and it makes more sense as it goes on. Well, I feel like I have a decent enough understanding of this first song, and I like it. It's a smiley ball for me. I think the idea of this being Bowie playing an alien rock star makes more sense. He's like an outsider observing the world and noting how it looks like it's all going to crash soon. Interesting. I think I need to also mention that this is the first album ever to make a mention of Kanye West. Where is it?
Featuring Fat Joe, Young Jeezy, Kanye West. It's Kanye. No.
Next song, Soul Love. Ooh, that sounds good.
Stone love and her eyes, for they penetrate her grieving. And girls are talking you.
Well, the composition's really filled out here, and I feel like he kind of has this inflection on his voice where someone was mentioning if he is playing an alien. This honestly makes it more convincing. That's right, Prince and Bowie. We're listening to both Purple Rain and Ziggy Stardust today.
All I have is my love of love, and love is not loving.
Huh? Love is careless in its choosing, sweeping across a baby. Love descends on those defenseless idiot. Love spark the fusion. Inspiration I have none, just a touch of flaming dove. All I have, my love of love, and love is not loving. That makes no fucking sense. Talking about different kinds of love.
And now my God on high is all love. With spark the fusion, inspirations have I none.
Okay, I really like that track. I feel like the confusion of love kind of clicked for me eventually, but it was one that I feel like is simply not as grand or as necessary as the first track. Regardless, still really good. Smiley Ball, one of the most satisfying sounding tracks so far. I guess there's been only 2 songs. It sounds really good. Moonage Daydream.
I'm an alligator. I'm a mama, papa coming for you.
Fuck all you hoes!
I'm a space
Detroit till I die, motherfucker!
I'll be smoking like a big monkey bird, and I'm busting up a brain for the world.
The first album to feature Kid Rock. Yeah.
Keep your electric on me, babe. With your
Oh, yeah. Someone said that all the lyrics were made from cutting up magazines and putting it together, right? Maybe that's part of being the alien on this album and why he went with that approach, is it makes things just feel like your only way of understanding the world is through fragments of the media put out. And you get what I'm saying? Like, am I thinking too deep about it? I don't know. Did you take inspiration from this album for the Black Parade? You know, I immediately knew that after hearing 5 years, as I was just like, I was singing in my head the end at some point.
Press your space close to my love. Make me
This just further solidifies my belief that intelligent people all look like they eat scrap metal. What the fuck?
keep your electric on me, babe.
This is my question. If there was an article on R. Kelly, would he have to get an R. Kelly feature for the album because it was part of the magazine? Now that's deep.
Put your ray gun to my freak out in a Moonage Daydream.
Drums are mixed really well. I agree. They just sound like they naturally fit. Everything in this is a natural fit. It's just making it so it's very easy to fall into the atmosphere and pay attention to what's actually happening in the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. I mean, I just heard this song earlier in the stream and it feels like the first time again. I agree, it's very of the time, but also unique. Apologize for that ending. Couldn't help it. I had to click the button. You know how it is. I'm jealous you get to experience this for the first time, Jeremy. I mean, it's the same thing for me. I'm experiencing this for the first time. Not this song particularly. I literally listened to it less than 5 hours ago, but yeah, I mean, I love it. I think it's really good. Just smile the ball for me. I think that's extremely immersive. I think that it has a perfect ending as well, and I think it's just a powerful track overall. Maybe like, Bradley, why isn't it a 10? Because I still have some conflicting feelings about it overall, despite really liking it and despite understanding what's going on. Something about the sound of it that I feel like hasn't really, I guess, really clicked the right button throughout it. And not to say it's not like well made or anything. It's just I feel like I'm struggling to really fully immerse myself in everything that I want to with this project at the current moment. Next song, Starman. I'm a motherfucking Starman.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Then and the loud sound that seemed to fade. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman. Let the children use it. Let all the children boogie. We can sparkle. He may land tonight. Don't tell you.
This is amazing. The chorus on here is absolutely stunning. These verses are beautiful. Everything about this, it's stripped back, but it's extremely functional in every single way. Dang. Yo, this one's really clicking.
Or he'll get us locked up. There's a starman waiting in the sky.
Yeah, that's the thing. As I agree, I don't think that this is like reinventing or like the most innovative album ever in terms of production. But I feel like it's the story, it's the writing, and it's the overall feeling of this that is really making it stand out right now.
He'd like to come and meet us.
And there's la la la's that don't suck ass, and they make sense conceptually. The carefree dancing, and you know, like the Starman won't come down, but we can still boogie and have a good time. I thought that song was I feel like that's the sauce I've been looking for.
I'm feeling.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. See, if you really wanna pop me, just know that you will never pop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come, a nigga gotta set it, and I gotta come, and I gotta finish, and I gotta flow, and I gotta show it. And niggas think that he be doing cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna do it. Then I'm gonna murder everything and anything about it. Boom, about a bing, I gotta do a lot of things to make it.
I mean, it's so interesting because the first song is like this super dramatic track, but the way that it's been building past that has actually been completely different than what I'm expecting, but it's still setting individual scenes. And this one, I feel like, is possibly the most powerful and honestly the most wholesome and hopeful in a way. It was beautiful. Fuck. It was really good. Oh, food's here. It was a good time to stop and pause to grab food.
I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas salty. All this designer on my body got me drip. Hey, straight up out of y'all, they talking a big trip.
Next song, It Ain't Easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy being Yeezy. Ha! Yeah. Oh. I think the theme of this song actually makes perfect sense for the album. I think it fits, and even though this is a cover song, it would have fooled me, really. Sure, I mean, it seems like it does act differently than some of the other tracks here, as it kind of has that more traditional rock formula. I actually quite like this. I think that it's doing it really well to make it fit. I did it all for the Gucci! In my opinion, It Ain't Easy is actually a really welcome change of pace and style for this album, as I feel like the theatrics can get very exhausting, and to have something that's this catchy and this rooted, I think is actually a really solid track idea for this, and I don't mind it at all, and I don't think that it weakens the album. It's a smiley ball for me. I think at worst, it kind of serves as a sort of interlude from everything that we're kind of used to, as I imagine it's going to get back into it. I think that the pacing of this album matters a lot in how this track feels overall. Next song, Lady Stardust.
I worked my whole life for this.
Locked at his long black hair, his animal grace. He sang all night long.
I'm muted. Fucking hell. I was saying that everything sounds like it was recorded under the stars, which is another thing where the sound like to make something feel like that is very subtle, and something that I definitely would miss if I wasn't paying attention.
Band was all together, it was all right.
I know, I'm muted. Fucking hell. Yeah, I know, I'm muted. I heard that Bowie was writing songs for 10 hours a day to achieve the quality of albums like Hunky Dory and Ziggy Stardust. I was saying that makes a lot of sense. Because he could have written literally anything, and I feel like the labor of love that goes into writing lyrics for that long results in a performance that's this electrifying and one of a kind. So, I get it. What's my YouTube banner today? I don't know. Just is. Bro, this album just immerses you. Can't not pay attention to it. I disagree. I think that it's very easy to not pay attention to it because it is so chill. I think the vibe is so strong thoroughly throughout this album that you can miss out on a lot of stuff that's going on. But again, vibe's so thick you can cut it with a knife. I think the song is amazing. I think it's up there with some of the other great ones here, but then again, everything's been a great one. It's kind of a return to the more theatrical style, which I kind of expected after the previous song being just a break from it to get back into something that is so indulged in it. So, yeah, I appreciate this. I think it's really good. Next song, Star.
I could make it all worthwhile as a rock and roll star. World will even tend to try. I could make the transport.
The sound feels so 60s. Nah, just by the way.
Get it on, yeah. I could fall asleep at night as a rock and roll star. Rock and roll star. Just watch me now.
Star is an extremely uplifting but simple track that does basically everything right in order to accomplish feeling like a rock star, but it almost feels like this childish sort of framing of it that is really endearing. It kind of makes sense for the rest of the album if you consider the fact that the world is still supposedly ending. It would make sense to kind of revert into something like this. I think it's beautiful. It's a smiley ball for me, and I feel like it really connects emotionally with everything else that's been going on. Bowie called out MTV Live on an interview for not playing black music. Based. It's obvious why they don't do it. I took a marketing class. Let's just say the marketing, I learned in that marketing class that marketing is shitty and really awful. The first thing they taught you is stereotypes are necessary. I'm not kidding. In fact, I think it was framed exactly like that. Yeah, it's awful. Very racial class. Yeah. Hang on to yourself. Hold on. What is it? Look out for yourself. Hey.
Ooh, she's a tongue-twisting song. My honey, not a money, she's a funky thigh collector. Her on a stolen guitar. You're the blessed with the spiders from Mars.
You said the words. I'm actually stunned at the level of quality of every single song so far. As it's wildly diverse, feels like a sonic journey, has never really stagnated, and we're more than halfway through, and it's just been hit after hit after hit after hit. I feel like I'm just waiting for it to do something to skip a beat, because it's just been pure joy. I agree, it does sound a little dated, but I don't know, you get used to it and you start to have a lot of fun with it. I mean, hang on to yourself, look out for yourself. Another one that I think is just extremely solid. Fun. What can I say? I feel like I keep looking for something to complain about with these songs, seemingly. I got nothing. This is great. This is fun. It's catchy. It's ambitious. I mean, yeah, it's in a lane of its own. Feels forgettable. I don't know. I don't really feel that pessimistic about it. Ziggy Stardust, title track.
all you hoes! Detroit till I die, motherfucker!
Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly. Became the special man.
Uh-oh.
Then we were Ziggy's band.
They're gonna kill him.
He could leave until high. Became on so loaded, man.
I feel alone. Anyone want to talk? Ooh woo. Mods, execute this man on the spot. Thank you.
Well hung our bones. Well, just the beer like to guide us for voodoo. The kids would just crash.
Sound of this is just so good.
The nice guitar.
Yeah, I gotta react to some Pink Floyd. I keep telling my mom I'm gonna react to Animals. Cancel culture strikes again. That being said, song, fantastic. Love the story on this one, actually, more than some of the other ones here, as I feel like it's really fun and rewarding to follow along with. But even if you didn't follow along with, the sound is brilliant. I mean, it's just so well-rounded. The jack of all trades, master of all trades. What can I say? That is quite incredible. Next song, Suffragette City. He made Starman. You say he touched those kids? When shit hits the fan, is you still a fan?
Put my spine out of place. Hey man, my school is insane.
This is Velvet Underground inspired. I've picked up on a lot of that, actually. A lot of this is Velvet Underground inspired, which is actually quite fun to witness.
Blam blam. She said she had to squeeze the gutchy, and then she off time no way. Hey man, Doogie, don't crash here. Only man, 'cause you can't afford the ticket. Oh, Suffragette City. Ooh-ha, Suffragette City. Yeah. Suffragette.
It's a fun song. I liked it for the most part, but I think it actually went on a little bit too long and started to drag. Where the mood and atmosphere wasn't really as powerful in the second, or I'd say the last leg of this thing, where it was kind of stagnant a little bit. That's about it. Besides that, I think it's great. Smiley Ball. It's very triumphant, and I appreciate the sound that it's bringing to this album, as it's, again, unique, and yeah, it does remind me a lot of Velvet Underground, but in the best way possible. This is the MTV single. Ah, that explains it. Final song, Rock and Roll Suicide.
Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger and you forget. Oh, ho, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide.
How are you supposed to like Melanie Martinez if you like these songs? She's not your style, sad face. Steph, weren't you... Huh? Steph, what are you talking about? Also, welcome back from the Shadow Realm.
No, you're a rock and roll suicide. Shift break the snarling. Your mind, they're so natural, religiously unkind. Just turn on with me, and you're not alone. Let's turn on and be not alone.
Rock and Roll Suicide is a brilliant way of ending off this album, feeling very final. Smiley Ball. This album is one of the best blends of rock and theater I've ever heard. It's really hard to deny that this kind of turned me into a believer. Not just because it sold me on some sort of larger than life concept, but actually quite the opposite. It's because the sound of this album is so strong it carried it on its own. It's because Bowie gave the performance of a lifetime on every single song here and didn't really leave anything to just being on autopilot, and as a result, it's just joy. It's very lively, thoroughly throughout it, so yeah, I think it's a fantastic album. Feeling a solid 9 on it. See, that's the thing, is it doesn't feel like boomer music. It feels like original outsider music. Like it started or like marks a like a weirdo revolution in a way, which I think is just so it's beautiful. I really I love this. I love the experience that it gives, and I kind of agree that it feels timeless. Even with the dated sound, it's kind of timeless in the same way that Velvet Underground and Nico is for me. Yeah, this is just an extremely solid listen with tons of great ideas, beautiful songwriting, and beautiful performances. I really can't complain. With that being said, though, I think that's where I'm gonna end the review. So yeah, thank you.